Hi, my name is Julie Coiro, and I'm an Associate Professor of Reading in the School of Education at the University of Rhode Island. And I'd like to talk just a little bit today about why it's important to teach inquiry-based practices and give an example of what a beginning activity for elementary children might look like. First, when thinking about the value of inquiry at any age, my thinking is informed by years of theory and research that suggests learners grow and change the most when they have opportunities to identify real problems they see in their community, when they generate personal wonderings and talk with others about their questions and possible solutions, and when they have opportunities to act out their solutions and get feedback while learning more about the world around them. Even young children who engage in inquiry experiences practice doing the very same things that Tony Wagner writes about in his book, The Global Achievement Gap. He outlines 7 survival skills that children need, including the ability to solve problems with others by asking questions, collaborating with others, thinking flexibly, demonstrating curiosity and imagination, taking initiative, accessing and analyzing information, and communicating effectively through writing and speaking. Others argue that inquiry-based practices, particularly those that use technology to support learning, can make learning more relevant, encourage reflection and teamwork, and foster a wide range of creative ways for children to express and share what they've learned with others. When I talk with teachers in the primary grades about inquiry, one of the most common questions I'm asked is, how can I make time for inquiry? And what does it look like with a group of 7-year-olds when I'm just starting? What can I do to activate my students' curiosity and get them talking and wondering about things that interest them, while still making sure they're learning things I'm responsible for covering in my curriculum? One of the simplest ways begins with an activity I call mystery photos. For this activity, you can use the internet to find a digital photograph of something related to a topic you're about to study. For example, let's say you're headed into a unit framed in the question, how are animals alike and different? You might have plans that children will read a common starter text about animals and their characteristics. And then perhaps they may join a smaller group to learn more about a certain animal species, such as mammals, birds, or reptiles, for example. Knowing this, I would intentionally search the internet for a photo of an animal that has several intriguing features and an interesting name that might appeal to younger children, like the photo shown here of a crowned crane. After taking a screenshot of the whole photograph, I would also take a screenshot of a small portion of the photograph, revealing key features but not enough to give away what the animal is. I would place the cropped photograph on a PowerPoint slide or a digital whiteboard projected to the class. And then I'd ask children to look at the smaller photo and think about what the image might be. I'd ask them to discuss what evidence in the picture makes them think that. And over time, this routine cultivates a spirit of inquiry and offers a strategy for how to tackle an unknown problem by analyzing the pieces. This also gives children an authentic opportunity to orally express their thinking, while using picture cues as a first step toward using evidence in their writing to support their reasoning. After students have had time to think about their informed guesses and justify their thinking, you can reveal the whole photo for discussion and easily connect this practice to the larger unit they're headed into. Well, they'll have a chance to read about different animal species and join a small group to collaboratively investigate the features of a certain species and share what they learned with the class. It's usually around this time when a child raises their hand and asks, could we make some mystery photos of our animal species just like you did, and then see if the rest of the class can guess what they are? Other children chime in with oohs and ahs, thinking about the possibilities and chattering about which kind of animals they'd like to choose. If you've anticipated this reaction ahead of time, you might have already located a few other print and digital resources for students to explore, to inspire their questions and initial thinking about different species of animals. These can be set up at an inquiry center or mixed in with the text you read during guided reading, to inspire new questions, conversations, and connections about what they've learned with their classmates. You might even point children to Jigzone, a jigsaw puzzle game on the internet to assemble a puzzle of this mystery photo, or any other photo, and discover the answer to what is this all by themselves. These are the kinds of literacy practices that in turn foster students' excitement, collaboration, deeper learning, and feelings of ownership and success in your classroom community. And so, with a simple mystery photograph, access to your library and the internet for additional texts, and a set of intentional teaching practices, you too can be on your way to building a culture of inquiry in your elementary school classroom.